these Liverpool guys have chosen not to wear their jerseys.
Nguo za crusade.
For world peace. Tuacha Man City bebe.
Tukibeba kikombe, kuna jamaa hapa hivi nilimwambia argument yake inaisha na 90%. 90%.
Unajua
we have to start with the Gunners.
Unajua hata nimesikia hii kiburumanza nayo intro.
Welcome guys, game week 12. It has definitely been a big week, especially if you're an Arsenal fan, because the cannons were indeed firing in game week 12 in the North London derby. It has been big games, big results, bringing in big questions. I mean, is Pep pooped? Has Slot lost the plot? Or perhaps should he give up on his spot? And as well, we saw Monday night a 10-man exorcism of the Red Devils. It has indeed been great. And because of these great games, we have a very amazing panel with me, the big boys themselves. Joining me today is none other than
Andy Troyes, aka Dr. Andy, yeah? Super Ghana.
Kabisa.
Kama kawaida, Joshua the Anfield skipper.
The Anfield skipper mwenyewe.
Yeah, man.
And last but not least,
Alai mwenyewe. Team Liverpool.
Yes, we have Arsenal and Liverpool represented here today. We looked for a Tottenham fan, but we could not find anyone. So we're still looking for one from the Tottenham side. But welcome to the Skippers podcast. We would want you to join in and we're going to have an amazing time. Let's begin. Gunners.
I knew it.
Top of the table.
I knew it. We'll start there.
Unajua
we have to start with the Gunners.
Unajua hata nimesikia hii kiburumanza nayo intro. Hiyo tu ni Arsenal.
I knew it.
Last season tulikuwa tunapiga intro kiburi hivi isho ingekuwa last season.
Anyway, so let's talk about that Arsenal.
Let's talk about Arsenal, bana. They're delivering. Guns blazing.
Best team in the planet. Okay. Kwanza tukubali tu hiyo currently. Arsenal ndo timu kali. Hakuna timu inatufikia saizi.
Mimi nakubaliana na wewe by the way.
Based on form ama class.
Nimesema best.
Unajua class is permanent, form ni temporary. So tukiongea hii story tunafaa kuangalia in terms of class ama form.
Unajua nasema class is permanent, but pia kama ni class 2, unaona kuna levels So nyi mko permanent hapo class 2. Si tumepeleka
na vile amesema form is temporary because he knows his team.
Una sahi form yetu si hatuko sahi. Tunakubali.
I think I lie. Let's just talk about this Arsenal first.
You are wise.
Yeah, let's just talk about this Arsenal.
Anderson.
So Arsenal saizi tunacheza game fiti sana. Tukubali tu. Hata kawe ni hater. Kubali. Acha niongee kama fan na bado kama pundit. Unaona?
Kama punda.
Kitu inatuzuia tu saizi ni venye tuna kikombe. Ni hiyo tu.
Okay.
Tukibeba kikombe, kuna jamaa hapa hivi nilimwambia argument yake inaisha na 90%. 90%. Unaona jamaa huko mwisho hajavaa jezi. Tukibeba cup argument yake 90% null and void, anabaki na 10%. So saizi tunaomba tu tusikuwe na injuries mingi. Juu ndo kitu inamalizanga team. Alafu sasa tuendelee na hiyo momentum. Juu bado tuko na games ngumu. Ndio hiyo Chelsea inakuja, but of course pia I hope tutawapiga, but so far so good. Nabambika na spirit kwa team, so we just need to win major trophies this season, then we are good.
Wow. That is good actually. That is very right. I actually agree with you in that part because vile unaangalia Arsenal has depth. It has depth because I'm even saying what we are seeing with Arsenal right now bado, because bado hatuna our full squad. When everyone is there, hapo ndo utajua who the real Arsenal is. Game changers. You swap, you change, unacheza vile unafaa kucheza, si ndio? So right now people should fear Arsenal bana. People should fear Arsenal. Wako na madharau lakini people should fear Arsenal this team.
Mnasikia?
I think kama kuna mtu amekuanga honest sana kwa hii podcast ni mimi. And Arsenal, I said in our last episode, Arsenal is one of the teams that has a characteristic of a team that should win the league. Why? Number one, they can defend very well, and number two, they are scoring many goals. So that's a characteristic of a team that should win the league. But do you know why I'm putting the word should?
Why?
Okay, I'm wishing Arsenal all the best, but I know they won't win the league.
Why?
Because I know there's some point they will... kanini tu fulani.
Kwanza umeleta an interesting point. Who can stop Arsenal right now? Who can stop Arsenal?
So hata kama nianze, it depends on which version of me.
Zote.
The hater ama the pundit.
Leta zote.
Be true to who you are.
Zote.
Now, the thing is, to be fair, I give Arteta credit. For what he has managed to do with the Arsenal over the years, I give him credit. Personally, for Arteta, I would want Arteta to win silverware. But, for the fans, ufala yani sasa imagine nikuja hapa wamebeba ligi ati niko hapa tena so of course sitapumua
Atakuja full regalia. Arsenal
si hapa peke yake, the whole world.
yeah for world peace and hata Man City baby for peace aje tu nikuja nijue Pep amebaya. I'll be okay with that. But the thing is, if I look at Arsenal, what Kombe is saying, Arsenal usually like wanakuwa na hiyo momentum. So they'll do this maybe probably until March. Then somehow one injury or two, you'll start seeing Arsenal sleeping. And the moment, you see, I'm never worried when Arsenal is in front, maybe with like 3 or 4 points. Because you usually know at some point they'll falter. This time they've been consistent. So I can say last season you guys had injuries, which to be fair, cost you some points. But this is on this consistency in Arsenal. But again, I see a point where probably come February, you guys will start getting tired. And
Prophesy.
you see, for your defense, good, perfect. Actually, defense Arsenal iko fiti kabisa. But mahali shida Arsenal itakam ni mid. And you guys mkilose someone like Declan. A guy like Declan mkimlose kwa hiyo mid, clearly you'll see the difference.
Actually, I agree in the sense that Arsenal has depth.
Yes.
Tuko na quality players. Arteta akona luxury ya kusubstitute mtu kama Saka. On the 60th minute atoe Saka, bring in somebody na bado goals na come through.
Nuni Madueke.
Unaona? You can find that we get injuries. Sindio? We have players when wamekuwa injured, wengine na substitute, they still
Key
deliver,
players.
they're
Key
still
players.
scoring and things like that. Lakini if there's one person who also personally, I feel really hakuna sub yake is Rice.
Yeah, because you see, Rice is we say workhorse. Like this
Box to box player.
Yes, box to box player. Zubimendi is good. But still, I'm just part of that guy in Declan, whereby today if Declan akwa ruled out in like 8 weeks, in those 8 weeks, I'm sure kuna mahali mtaanza kufeel this guy kiwa hapa kulikuwa na impact yake. Same case to Liverpool, like Liverpool yet to see injuries. I will say Liverpool yet is a case of personal, this is personal opinion. Liverpool tuko na just some problem whole round, from our defense to mid to attack.
Problem yenu inaanzia technical.
Yes. So, and yet comes from a point of whereby coach, like, so zingine, okay, mimi si professional coach, but I look at some subs, slot and I make, and I'm like, you know.
Ameanza kupreempt. Ameanza kupreempt hapo basi.
Unafunguka na hata hujauliza.
Mami anataka kufungua roho.
Alai, why are you being so
going back to the point, who can defeat Arsenal? What you're saying is only Arsenal can defeat Arsenal right now.
No. Come on, to shout up like first leg.
Kibahati.
First of all, that was a moment of brilliance from Sloboslai.
Yeah.
That was like out of this world. That was a world-class goal.
And those are things that
that was something that you cannot rely on that every
Hiyo ni
single.
luck. Ball iligonga chuma ikaingia. Hiyo ni luck. Ball zingine zinagonga chuma zinatoka nje. Hiyo ni luck.
Ingekuwa ni luck, kila mtu angekuwa na luck. That is moment of brilliance from Soboslai. Yes. So, I will say, right now, I will say City.
City.
Yes.
Watu walitokea low block.
City.
Yeah.
Atumii jina yao. The one man show.
Right now,
the one man show.
I think Man City Arsenal sahi they're unstoppable. Hata jana like ukiangalia
Hiyo
Bayern.
point nataka urudi hiyo point
They're
umesema.
unstoppable. Sikatai right now. But umeniuliza who can defeat
Who can
Arsenal?
defeat Arsenal right now? Yes.
Nakwambia currently venye Arsenal iko. You see kuna kitu like you win league based on experience pia. You see. You can be good but experience ya win the league. Na ndio kwamba alisema should win the league because mko na all the characteristics of a team that can win the league. But do you know kitu na hiyo edge mali mna lose ni hiyo like experience. Yes. Utapata like itakatu mahali hapa Feb. Trust me, come February sijui but come Feb mkiwa number 1 bado.
Ajui.
Mkiwa Feb mkiwa number 1 bado but let's say City go behind you guys with just like 2 or 3 points. Who do you think will win the league?
Arsenal. Is
Mike,
that's a no-brainer.
Mike, let me give a sincere
Since we are here.
since we are here. I think Arsenal fans deserve something, at least this season. They deserve something. Yeah. So
Right word, deserve.
yeah, they deserve something, either the Champions League or the Premier League.
EPL.
But what I don't want is for them to win both of those.
Hawezi shinda. Mbona unajua sasa unawabamba tu.
Tunafurahisha tutoke hapo. We have been on Arsenal tangu tuanze. So Arsenal fans, you guys bro, mmelia ya kutosha bana.
Atujalia bana.
Mmelia ya kutosha.
Team iko safi.
Yeah, team iko sawa. You deserve something. I wish you guys you win the Premier League because we have
You
seen
can't win.
Liverpool will not win the league. I can attest to that. I know we'll get there, but also we have some inconsistency in Man City, which is a team which we are looking at to compete Arsenal. So it has inconsistency issues, unlike Arsenal, which is very consistent. Yeah, so consistency will give you the league. If at some point you will drop 1, 2, 3 points, you will be out.
Bora refs na VAR wacheze kiwao. Wasianze kuleta hizo majama zenye wamekuwa kileta. Last season we know what they did, but anyway.
By the way, guys, me si fan wa Arsenal. Now I wish you all the best.
Aya. Now that you guys are very keen on bringing in Liverpool. Tumesema, has Slot lost the plot? Is it time for him to go? What's happening with Liverpool? Unajua, these two guys kwanza are Liverpool guys, and even for the listeners who are not seeing us, these Liverpool guys have chosen not to wear their jerseys.
Nguo za Crusade.
They are not branded.
Okay.
They are not branded. And because we know it's a tough case to answer.
Yeah.
Mnasemanga you never walk alone. Tukasema hata tukwenda two Liverpool fans. Wakwe wawili at least wasaidiane. What is happening at Liverpool?
No, I think Alay alikuwa ameanza kufunguka. Wacha Alay afunguke tu. Alay fungua tu roho.
Wacha niongee.
Wacha niongee.
Ongea.
So the thing is, first of all, like now level-headed as a pundit, I think the choice of bringing in Slot after Klopp. Remember, there were choices we were targeting, that is Alonso, Amorim. Then from nowhere, Slot came into the picture. Personally, Smith gonna just Slot. So I had to go and look at the team he was coaching then, his profile and everything. So I was like, okay, seems like he's a good guy. Then remember, the only additional guy whom to the letter was Chiesa. So literally, Slot was coaching a team. He inherited the team by Klopp. And he did well, honestly, he did well because during Klopp's tenure, he only won 1 EPL. Then Slot came in the first season. As much as I can say like he's riding on Klopp's team, it's not easy, even if you're inheriting a team, to go ahead and win the league with them. Now, however, this season he's building his own team. And I think that is where the problem is because replacements, Isak was good. I was so happy. But then Lubambika. But our choices for right back, you see, Frimpong is a good player. He's very pacey. But replacing Trent for his attacking abilities with Frimpong, as much as maybe I would wish to give Frimpong time, I think was a bit of a miscalculation. Same thing, Robertson was our first choice left back. Then we brought in Kakes. Kakes was really good at Bournemouth. So Kakes again, I'm giving him benefit of doubt because nimeona chenye anaweza fanya Bournemouth. So I was like, let me see what Kakes can do. But I don't know if he's not gelling na squad, sielewi. Because Kakes another, like Jana, first half, there were moments I would feel like, yeah, Kakes is slowly like cool, like Kakes mwenye nilikuwa naona akiwa Bournemouth.
When you say Jana, you're actually referring to the Champions League.
Yeah, Champions League. Yeah, Champions League. So, like, Slot has this thing of when we go behind one goal, it's chaos. Like, then his choice of substitutions. Fine, Konate might be making mistakes here and there, but I think at times we also overly criticize Konate too much. Kuna mtu watu wanasahau, watu hawaoni Van Dijk. Van Dijk, sijui because maybe he has had past seasons zenye ziko fit ama nini. At times, tunasahau that Van Dijk, he's the one who drops the ball. Like yesterday, like during Champions League, we considered a penalty. That was a penalty.
Because he was playing volleyball.
That is a penalty. But look at Van Dijk, like just open play. At times, Van Dijk anapita, I'm like, yo, bro, so kimbie. I don't know if it's age, sielewi. Like anakimbia, you think he's jogging. Namsana apita, unaona kabisa Van Dijk so kimbie. You're like, nimba. Then, Alisson is a very good keeper. Even Mamadashvili is a very good keeper. But goalkeeper kwa just as good as defense yake iko. Amwezi acha goala peke yake, then expect him like to bail out. Even Alisson, yes, I'm to bail out severally, but at times tuna sielewi. I was saying to pay Slot back at January. Yeah, because I'm defeated.
The manager, the players,
No.
the system.
I'll answer something. For the players, there was that bit of course, losing Jota, which I know maybe it had an emotional impact.
But why don't you guys wait to sell Jota?
Yes, but still, even if he was to go to another team, these people they were a team. Like losing someone, and through such tragic circumstance, of course we'll say, even if angeenda, still the player said wangesema, ameenda, you know, he was still their teammate. That, I could say, maybe it has an impact. However, for Slot to play some of the players he plays them, I don't feel like at times he makes the right choices. For instance, Kiesa is a very good player, a very good attacker. But why always give Kiesa 5 minutes, 6 minutes? Fine, I'm not in training. I don't know what goes on behind the scenes. But look at any time Kiesa, even if Kiesa is given like 7 minutes, you will feel his impact. You really feel his impact.
So more game time for him.
Yeah, exactly. You see, when we're struggling, then you give Kiesa like...
I do not want your room.
Like some 30 minutes. Like Kiesa Kinyang, I don't know, ma defender, wanaanza kurudi. Yes, because this guy can shoot outside the box. He attacks. Paka nyona feel like this guy deserves more minutes. And he was asked, and I remember there's some interview Kiesa did, na kauliza kama na feel and deserve more game time. Then he was like, that is for the coach to answer. But I feel for Kiesa because this guy proves himself week in, week out. But it's very rare for Slot to start Kiesa.
Pocha mweke ndani sasa.
Yeah, like mjaribu tuseme, okay, enye tumeona umeshindwa kuanza. Maybe wewe tu na 10 minutes. You see? There we will be okay because even like kwa X, like #yetu, guys were like calling out Slot, sorry. They were like, yo, this guy kwa bench, he's fit. Like akiingia, look at all these times, kuna those late goals, Kiesa amekuwa kitu bail out. Like zile kwa tunashindanga. Like alikuwa anaingia like 85 anafunga 91. You're like, Salah is good, but let us be honest, Salah is aging. Siezi laumu Salah in any way because like it's natural. This guy metubeba for years. So even if like he's a star player, but I think it's time maybe we can have the conversation with Salah and be like, yo bro, you are good, but allow us to like to do this like transition. Salah 2020, he was doing 90 minutes. Perfect. we are 5 years later. You can't still demand 2020 Salah in 2025. This guy is over 30. Very few players reach that age when they're still at the peak.
Si kila mtu ni Cristiano.
Exactly. Cristiano amefunga about 40, like hiyo boy likali. Yeah, players wana retire at 33. Yeah, so like not everyone is Cristiano Messi. Actually, I commend Salah for when he stretch his career up to now. And still, but you can feel like he has that fear factor for defenders. But I think it's time also, like, like Pandit, coach, I want like, it's time for Salah, kunini pole pole, to transition. Same as Van Dijk. We have Gomez. Trust Gomez, give Gomez game time. You cannot say this guy is not playing yet, anapewa 2 minutes. Like when hata Gomez akishika hivi ball, so how do you expect Gomez to perform? Yeah.
Interesting. So as an outsider, do you agree? Because basically what Alaya has told us, when we asked him what's the problem with Liverpool, basically in many words, amesema sijui.
Exactly.
Amesema sijui. Hiyo ndo nasema, amesema sijui.
At least for once ajaongea ka jina yake Alaya. Amesema a truth. So a truth, Acha kwanza nianze na watu wenyewe wanaumia sana. Hadi hawezi vaa jezi za timu yao.
Ululu.
Alafu kuna team imecheza Champions League. Na makondakta. Madonda.
Na PSV.
Yaani mnapigwa na gari za watu wa Western. Mnachapwa kwenu. Na watu walicheza jana hata kwa madonda wanganya. Wa hizi magari za kwenda Western huko ushago.
Msamaria
unaona kama Magera.
Bas, hao. Wako wapiga ngapi?
Uliuliza Anderson swali.
Unajua anafanya
intro bana. Anajibu swali ya ana prep.
Unajua kwanza lazima niseme kitu inawadunga ndo sasa nikuje niseme hii mwiba tunatoaje. Unaona? Sasa mmepigwa na madonda. Haya, in the previous EPL mkasema you never walk alone. Watu wakatoka mbali na Forest yao, wakakuja Anfield, Anfield.
Sawa hata Anfield.
Wakawapoteza. Unaona? So ku lose game 2 at home for a team like Liverpool is very wanting. So kitu naweza sema issue na Liverpool is this: when they were making signings during the summer, I think walikuwa wanapiga signing ya kama venye msee anacheza FIFA, uko like sitaki umse yako na mchezaji, so mnanunua watu wengi, lakini uangalie hao wachezaji tunaleta wana fit system tunacheza. Unaona? A truth, acha issue ni kuite a truth. Jo amesema sijui, so a truth. Na mzee hapa hivi
sijaongea
vitu zinaenda kombo.
Manze. Wali lose Jota, very tragic. Waka lose Trent. Waka lose Luis Diaz. Waka lose Nunes. Unaona? Those are 4 players who are very key to how they played. Maybe Jota ndo peke yake hakuwa na ni juu ilikuwa imefika siku yake Mungu akamwacha aende. May his soul rest in peace. Lakini unaona Nunes, Trent na Luis Diaz, current replacement yao kwa team hawako. Unaona Vites ndo alikuwa anafaa ku replacement ya Diaz, lakini what Diaz can do with the ball, like Diaz can beat 2 or 3 players. Vites ana hiyo strength ya ku run sana. Vites ni ule msemo mwenye anapenda kucheza kwa pockets ndogo ndogo. Kwani unaona Vites angekuwa by the team kama Arsenal ama Man City angefit vizuri sana. He's a very good player. Liverpool ni watu wenye wana work more on transition play. Vites kidogo bado hajaingiana kwa hiyo. Twende kwa mtu mwingine kama Darwin Nunes. He's not the best finisher in the world, but in terms of kukuapunda, that guy will occupy the defense. So anytime wenye Nunes alikuwa occupy defense, alikuwa anaachia kina nani space, their flanks. Na hapo ndio ilikuwa strength yao. So sasa hizi wako na Isak, I believe with the signing ya Isak na Ekitike, I believe Isak ndo angekuwa anaanza mbele Ekitike. So Isak is a good finisher, lakini si ati ni mtu mwenye anaweza bully defense sana. Unaona? So si mtu mwenye atakuwa na chase every ball that inarushwa kwake. So they lost that. Unaona? Kienda kwa Trent, kaleta Frimpong. Jamaa kona mbio, I think ni 100 meters. Lakini range of passing. Trent ni mtu mwenye anaweza unlock defense na pass moja 60 yards. Frimpong ana hiyo. So napata they lost like 3 players who are key to how they used to play. So ndo maana wana struggle. Unaona? Alafu sasa pia I remember nilikuwa naambia a truth hapa hivi. Itafika before December ataanza kuona the real Slot will be unmasked. Na ndio saizi tunaanza kuona yenyewe unapigwa na some teams zenye hata tukua tuna expect zitawachapa, alafu hana an answer to that. Uliona let me bring in the champions elect juu tutabeba ligi
hata Januari hajafika.
juu tutabeba ligi.
Wacha
Unaona
tuko hapa tu bado. We are here.
Ateta unaona kuna some games zenye neza mention moja kama ile ya City yenye walitangulia kufunga wakatweka low block. Yes, tulidraw na ilituma, lakini alifind a way ya kuget your point. Ikafika pia against a game like Sunderland, walikuwa we almost losing that match, so second half akakuja kabadilisha. They were lucky kupata hiyo game last minute, lakini unaona alika chini akaona let me tweak a few things here. So napata Slot hata hii Champions League yenye imeisha, nilikuwa naona post match interview yake, hadi one of the commentators akasema kwa interview unamuuliza swali anakani kama coach ame give up ile like manzi sasa sijui what next. Juni kama yeye anakuja anaambia wachezaji nyinyi endeni kwa grao chezeni. Unaona? So Alaya amesema Van Dijk nini, but nataka kumuuliza swali. Can Konate survive without Van Dijk, or can Van Dijk survive without Konate? The answer is Van Dijk can survive without Konate. So issue weak link si Van Dijk. Ni venye sasa hizi defense yenu yote as a whole iko chini, alafu Van Dijk ni mtu mwenye he's not a Messi defender. By Messi na maanisha ile mtu kama Gabriel mwenye na bas. He's not a Ramos type of defender. Van Dijk ni yule like acha ni tackle kidogo,
tunarembesha kidogo,
acha ni tuli. Unaona Yesu yule mwenye atakuja like fieka. Unaona watu kaki na Ramos akina Pepe akina Gabriel Magalhaes, au ni defenders wenye they can even kill you. Unaona, so Van Dijk ni yule mwenye anataka kukua for lack of a better word, anacheza kama Kasley. Ya like cha nitoe hiyo. Unaona zile ni zake zenye aneka badala Facebook hivi anaanza kutekea bendova. So ideally saizi Slot anafaa sasa try to get his preferred first 11. Haijalishi kama alinunua mtu pesa milioni mingi ama nini, kama mchezaji ya perform itabidi watu perform. But pia kuna kitu kingine hatujui kwa contract inasema. Juna mchezaji kama Salah watu wanatetanga Salah maybe contract Salah inasema as long as I'm fit lazima nicheze 70 plus minutes kwa EPL ama in any major nini. Unaona? Na majuu lazima uone hiyo contract. But all in all I'm very happy. As you can see the gun is blazing, Tua. Vile inafaa.
Vile iko.
Ndio hiyo sasa.
Final one before we move on. Slot out.
Now ask the question.
Ndio hiyo question.
Liverpool, we are playing under pressure right now. And that pressure inafanya tunapoteza game, because every game week tunajaribu kusema we have lost 3 games, this one we need to win. So tunaenda panic mode. But watu wameanzia nyuma sana, acha hata mimi nianzie nyuma. From story na signings which I mentioned last time, Slot has really tried. We can't say he's a gambler or a tourist, and you come to a team like Liverpool and win the league. Nevertheless, Slot needs to pull up his socks as a coach. He's losing the spirit. Anafanya players wana lose ile spirit. You see, there's that spirit ya Liverpool yenye tushapoteza. You see, previous years we were not winning the league, but we couldn't afford to lose any game at Anfield. And imagine we were not winning the league.
It was a fortress.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying we are losing the spirit of Anfield. We are losing the spirit of Liverpool. Why? We can't be losing games the way we want at Anfield. It's very wrong. Very wrong. I don't know what the management is thinking, but they should change. But Liverpool and Slot is taking risks. Remember, this is a coach mwenye anajaribu ku bring in his own system right now. And bringing your own system with around 6 new players in your first 11, it's very tough. So every time anafanya ile try and error, which is not working each and every game week. So he's taking risks, which is a good thing, but so far so good. He's losing with that risk. The problem you have to, Alaya has talked about, I don't know, Van Dijk, Konate. I shared with us with us the other time that defending is not
For the defenders.
It's not for the defenders. You're a good student. It's not for the defenders.
It's because of the team he supports.
Yeah.
So defending is not for the defenders. Defending is for the whole team. Starting from the strikers to the midfielders to the defenders to the goalkeeper. That is what we mean by defending. You see, if we can't defend from
The front.
Mali build up your opponent in answer. If we can't defend from there, we can't come to blame Van Dijk. We can't. Because this is the same Van Dijk ametushindia league. This is the same Van Dijk amekuwa win tackles hapo Anfield mbaya sana. This is the same Van Dijk kwenye almost 90% of the best strikers wanamuogopa hata kama unamuita Slay Queens.
90, lakini si wa Arsenal.
Arsenal wako na striker. Mwenye Arsenal wako na striker mwenye you see.
Let's focus now. Let's focus now. Your point.
Kina Messi waliulizwa wakasema ni nani unatii, wakasema Van Dijk. So this is a person mwenye hatuwezi sema ndio kuna ile lapse kidogo in fitness, but this is a very good guy. What he brings to the team, that leadership and that spirit. Ile spirit Henderson alikuwa anatupatianga alipatia Virgil. But Slot needs to work on reviving the spirit ya team. Reviving the spirit ya team such that we need to know that we are not winning the league, yes, but there are some games we should not be winning. We should not be losing, I mean.
There's some games you should not be winning.
Don't argue with the first language.
It's okay. It's okay.
But there's some games you should not be losing.
Yeah, kuna games zingine ufai kulose.
Because if you look at your past 5 matches in the EPL, out of a possible 15 points, you've gotten 3.
Imagine. There are some games we should not be losing. And then kukue kubaya aje, kukue kuzuri aje, we should not lose games at Anfield. Everybody in the world is used to fear Anfield. But say a team like Forest can just come and get points at Anfield, and with over 2.5,
Imagine.
which is utafunguka tu.
Tumaliza.
Jamaa unajua kwa emotion. Patie time ajicompose.
So as a team, one thing we really need to work is our transition. What do we do immediately after losing the ball? Hiyo ni kitu Slot anafaa shughulike nayo sana. Because this is not the Liverpool that are used to trained kupiga ball nyuma defense the way under. This is a new system. That is why unaona Slot anajaribu ku bring umesema Wits ama Wits.
Wits.
Anajaribu ku bring Wits kwa team so that tukue na hiyo midfield build-ups from the defense nini tuende kwa seka, which at some point itashika. It's a new system that Slot anajaribu kuibreak, and I know it will work at some point. But what we need to improve is how we the transition, and we really need to work on tuende ile spirit tu yetu that we should not be losing games.
Okay.
Yeah.
Paradigm shift. Bringing back the momentum. Because there's a time Wenger used to do that in his final seasons, and he would come and bring in the old players, bringing him, yani kuleta hiyo psych back to the team, because I know everybody's just there depressed like a lie here.
We should have people like akina Gerrard, akina Henderson, akina nani wakuja ueleze hao boys.
Henderson
This is
Brentford.
This is Liverpool.
Shughuli bana.
This is Liverpool. No.
The unfortunate thing na modern day football ya sahi hawako patient kama the years back. Right now a manager is expected, ukiingia kwa team tunakupea very limited time for fans to start seeing results. And the moment wanaanza kuona umse anadu, you see. But I have a problem. I said Messi coach, but I have a problem with how Slot at times builds up his teams. For instance, we have, I'll go back to my point earlier. we have some players in the bench, then we're playing a midfielder like Jones as a right back. You see, Jones is a very good, probably as a holding going forward. Holding midfielder going forward. But you're playing him as a right back. Then you have somebody who can play that position, a bench. Fine, he might be trying to find his own system and all that. How comes Vitz plays well international matches, but comes to Liverpool and still he's struggling. Yeah, but look at him during the international break. Adu nashinda unule Vitz wa Liverpool, because you see the guy anashika ball and you can feel like this guy anacheza game.
Yeah, he's pulling a Maguire. Ile last ile time nyingine.
Yeah, akiwa England unaona
Maguire.
Yeah, na kurudi Man U unashanga. So I think Pia is like playing some players out of position. Or he's still maybe finding a way to understand his players. Maybe which player suits this position best. Right now, the best player in Liverpool so far, Szoboszlai.
Yeah, by the yes, he's your best player by the hands down.
Yeah, because that guy, you feel like Szoboszlai, even if you're losing, but you can tell like his efforts.
Individual efforts.
Moments
of brilliance.
Yes.
Different places.
Yeah. So
utility player.
And look at Szoboszlai. Whenever he's played at right back position, fine, he tried there a bit, but his best position is attacking mid. Put him there, then find a right back, even if maybe right now I can say Bradley's injured, but have Gomez there, ashikilie. Gomez, yes, he's injury prone, but can you maybe even tweak a system? Because when you have Szoboszlai, which is a deep, he might make mistakes. But as a transitional player, most of the time Szoboszlai ishika ball past half yetu. He'll pull some moves and you would feel like maybe can lead to goal. You see? So for Slot, I think I still want to give him time. Psyche Naisha. I still want to give him time. I was giving him until January because there are talks of bringing in Semenyo, maybe trying to activate release clause ya Guehi in come January. But I feel even if Guehi joins Liverpool in January, we'll still struggle.
Interesting. But also, as we move on to the other teams as well, because this weekend was crazy. The past weekend, game week 12, was amazing for Arsenal, but crazy for most. If you're looking at the the big six, because you're no longer top six. If you look at the big six, it is only Arsenal and Chelsea that basically gave results. But the rest really had an issue. And we're noticing there's a pattern with managers, right? If you look at Man City, they are really inconsistent. If you look at Manchester United, really inconsistent. The same thing also to Tottenham as well. So ideally, is it that EPL has become, more of a challenge? The competition for EPL is the one that is bringing all these inconsistencies. Because if you look at what England is doing to Spanish teams, it's crazy. Yeah, they're beating Spanish teams. Like now, the Spanish dominance in European football is over. Right now, it's England. If you can put England against Spain any day, and they will deliver and thrash those teams. So is it something that we're seeing that it is just more than just a single club issue? It's a managerial thing, looking at what we're seeing with Pep and everybody else, Amorim and stuff?
Okay, first of all, I think to comment about EPL and La Liga, I think one, it is the money issue. I think like EPL, I normally say EPL is the most entertaining league in terms of competition. Because in EPL, a team that is fighting relegation can beat you as maybe as potential champions, and vice versa. Like for instance, look at a team like Sunderland, from relegation, but maybe they did a few signings here and there. But look at the game Sunderland plays. We have a kind of granite there. You see, like
toughest game for Arsenal.
A team like Forest, he was
Yeah.
position 17.
17 will beat Group at Anfield.
yeah, you see. So I think it is a case whereby even managers, both managers and players in EPL, like there's that competition, whereby even if you're at home and you might be facing a team that is fighting relegation, it's not always a sure bet that like it's a walkover. You see, so I think there's that factor, and you can find maybe in La Liga, probably La Liga, Serie A, Bundesliga, even the Eredivisie, like it's normally dominated by 3 or 2 teams. Like at most ikienda sana, maybe you find the number 4 and 5, but mostly like La Liga, apart from maybe Real, Barcelona, Atletico, the others like akina Valencia, Bilbao, hizo zote. Yes, they try, but where's some like Villarreal, but you cannot match. But in EPL, like, look at the from number 1 to even number 10.
Even top 10.
Top 10. You see, like look from number 4 to number 10. Look at the points, the difference in points. A team yenye kwa number 9 wakishinda game yao wanazaruka mpaka number 4. You see, but hizi teams zingine utapata like from number 1 anacha number 2 na like sije 13 points. So like I think it's an aspect of competition basically.
Yeah. And speaking of that, over the weekend on Monday, everyone was saying we need to beat this team with 4 goals. We need to beat this team with 4 goals. Duvike, the Red Devils themselves. What can you say about that as well? 10 men, 90 minutes.
Shida ya Man U na Amorim ni ngumu.
Ni guesswork.
So keneza sema ni because mimi nimecheza ball kiasi. At times playing against 10 men, it's very difficult compared to playing with 11. Juu unapatanga akili yako inakujanga inakwambia we have an extra man. Alafu watu wenye wako 10, they know they are less, so for everything you unafanya 2 times they are doing double. Unaona, so they know they have to run more. So at any given time wanacheza behind the ball. So inakuanga more 100, naweza sema 99% mindset, mental you are testing. So for Man U naweza sema maybe wako unexpect such a scenario. Walikuwa najua the moment walienda with having an extra man, walikuwa najua wata win game easily, and which haikuwa hapo. Alafu najua pia playing against 10 men wakipata kabao mbele yenu, afu especially ni team kama Everton yenye kama ni kudefend, because that game kuna Pickford ali make some very very crazy saves zenye ideally Man U hiyo unasema ni bao, unaona. So nile yenye Man U pia nile yenye wako place yenye yani wako hivi, unaona. Kitu naweza sema ina set Arsenal aside ni ile yenye unlike the previous 3 seasons, ukipata the previous 3 seasons uko unapata teams zina lose advantage, pia sisi tunakuja tunapigwa vibaya. Basi hizo unapata our competitors wakidrop points tuna maximize, wakidrop points tuna maximize, unaona. So you know the only difference is between Arsenal mimi naongelesha team ya Arsenal and the other teams, unaona. So if the other teams can be consistent, seme if saizi everything iko constant yenye hakuna team iko na injury ama ni, the other thing is aribia for your team ni you just lose 2 or 3 key players na mkose replacements zao. But if the other teams kama wanaweza kuwa consistent, then wanaweza patia Arsenal a harder time kuchukua ligi easily. But if the other teams watakuwa hii yenye unapata leo ni Liverpool inatuchase, kesho ni Man City inatuchase, kesho kutwa ni Chelsea, next ni Sunderland, unaona. Sasa ikiwa ni hiyo yenye unaona kama saizi Liverpool wamelose a few games, wako the bottom half of the league, unaona. So unapata ikikuwa ni hivyo itakuwa ni ile yenye inaanza gap iko 6 points, before you know it 7 8, before you know it iko kama 12, na inakuwa ngumu kufikia. So if the other teams wanaweza kuwa consistent, watatufikia hapo, ndo place Man U inawalemea yenye they can go 3 games winning, the next 5 wa draw, wa lose moja hapo, unaona. So hiyo ndo inawalemea. Like for you to be a top contender in Europe, you need to be consistent. You need to go even 10 or 15 games winning, regardless of whether you are home or whether you are away. So unaona for Man U especially, losing at home na 10 man, in a way hata wewe kama wachezaji mnashindanga, shida yenu ni gani? Liverpool walilose wakiwa 11, watasema tulikuwa outplay, lakini nyinyi mlikuwa na an extra person. Na ni team yenye pia ideally it's not with all respect to Everton, we can't say that it's among the top big teams in EPL, lakini ilimanage kuwachapa na 10.
But hiyo walicheza.
Walijituma. Sema kwambia mkikuwa 10 man inakuanga mnajuanga hapa hivi ni do or die.
But that incident for the red card bana was pathetic bana.
Emotions. Football is a game of,
you look at the bigger picture bana.
Football is a game of emotions. Unajua sasa hii ndio kitu tunaambianga kwa futa, kama wewe umekosea alafu ni mchezaji wako akuja kucaution, just keep quiet, because huyu amekuja na flare zake ziko hapa. So pia ukipanda hapo hivyo moja yenu ata lose head. Na unaona kwa futa kunanga ati ref mimi nilimfoul if I foul Josh na yeye ni mse wa timu yangu, as long as it's a foul, hiyo ni rule ya ndikoangia ati if you foul an opponent, hata saizi tukiweza kwa tunaenda kuscore alafu wewe ni tuko hapa si ni defender nikwambie kitu ni kusukumanisha hivi, it is violent conduct, unaona. So saa zingine ni ile tu yenye emotions. I think Idrissa angekatua cool head ama angefind a good way ya kubongesha Kin. I guess pia Kin maybe alikuwa anaona kama like mimi ni veto kwa hii team, huyu msi ananiambia nini, unaona. But ideally in all respect to kitu ile happen, Idrissa alikuwa in the right nini juu ukiangalia Kenya nani alikuwa anafaa kufanya. Ideally Bruno alikuwa anafaa wafunge, unaona. Juu alikuwa like nimekupea ball clear, wewe umewekea Bruno kwa plate, unaona. So ni hiyo tu emotions kidogo, but niliona ali apologize online. That's very inetwangaje mature. That's very kumbe msee amesoma bana. Kumbe ni team tu ndio inakuconfuse.
Wachana na hiyo kumbe. Hiyo kweti kumbe hapa. Kumbe amesoma. Achana na kumbe.
Sasa so ni hiyo tu. Hiyo maturity kwa fiti, but unajua kama wange lose ingekuwa mbaya, lakini venye walishinda so walikuwa like hata maybe wanaweza sema hiyo ndio ilikuwa strategy. Tupate red.
Interesting. Pep, quick one. Amechoka. Ameshinda kila kitu. What's happening at Man City?
I think before ni answer you ni answer. Answer iko sawa. Ndio sitaki kitu yote iko. Ilikuwa lucky guess. Before I answer that question ya Guardiola. As a league, the league, we are seeing a league graduating every season. The league ina graduate kila season ikiisha, unaona next season ikianza utaona very different league. Na what I mean is that there are no longer easy opponents in this league. Hakuna rahisi. The Newcastle ya 2015 na Newcastle ya sai very different. In fact, easy tunazita small teams, they are very good players. Very good players. Look at a team like Brentford. Playing against Brentford usidhani ni rahisi. Is the team that can beat you na ikuongezee na maneno juu.
So Arsenal ni kali
So no, we will I think
we're discussing serious things.
Arsenal is a serious team.
Yeah, so Arsenal ni kali. So as a team, as a league ina grow every day. Ina grow every day. Hata ukiangalia signings teams inafanya. Unaona yenyewe
there's competition.
There's competition. Let's talk about this Pep. I think according to me Pep anafaa pia kupumzika. Vile tu Klopp aliona yenyewe ni kunoma. Acha ni rest kidogo.
Imekuwa one man show bana.
So
without Haaland,
someone needs to advise Pep hii season ikiisha a step.
Pep should step.
He should step. He has a very good team, by the way. So utaulizwa why are you losing a game? Next game unashinda, hiyo ingine una lose. What's wrong with you?
Inconsistency.
Yeah. So it's high time apumzike kiasi.
Interesting. Now
wacha interject your point kwamba uko na sama ya league. Aspect ya league pia, I also see something that is the buying power, because a lot of investors are now investing in EPL. So you find more and more investors from the Saudi, from the US, Europe. So wanakuja kwa ligi, they want to buy these teams. So when they buy these teams, of course they have the buying power. So they go overseas, they buy these players, wanakuja. So the name remains the same, but the players are not the same. You see, for a team like Newcastle, the way Josh amesema, Newcastle 2015, unakumbuka ile team yake na Kabaye nani wakati Newcastle, like it's different from Newcastle sai. Like Newcastle can really compete, even if other can Newcastle like icheza, like it's a proper team. So I feel it's the aspect of business. It's business whereby investors want to come together and they're like, yo, we can invest in this team. So they can go for a team that has just been promoted from championship. Then wakiingia, you're like, it's in the team to a championship. But what you don't know is the team, the name has remained the same, but unaona, like the players are different.
Like Sunderland.
No, Sunderland from relegation. But for them, let me say an example like Granit. Granit has played like for big teams, Arsenal, Leverkusen. So for him and his agents, for him to be able to buy into vision ya Sunderland, akubali kujoin Sunderland na ako okay with it, shows where the league is going, whereby these teams zitaka hivi, watakuja invest into a team, and that way the league is growing. But my worry is, I don't know if I'm justified to be worried, my worry is it will reach a point whereby the whole of Europe, and I think that is where maybe Florentino Perez had this thing of champions. You remember? That thing he was trying to propose.
This quite super something.
Yeah, super
UEFA super
yeah.
something, yeah.
I'm seeing a position whereby we'll reach, Super League, whereby we'll reach whereby kutakuwa na like only Europe, whereby a team from EPL will win Champions League, Europa, everything continental. It will be like England. So these other players, all of them will be scampering to go to England, and now leagues like La Liga, Bundesliga, now zitaanza kwenda chini, so ita lose your value.
Interesting hapo. Very valuable insights hapo, so we will look into it as well and just observe more and see how it's going to be. Tuone hata kama KPL can learn a thing or two. Maybe tukue na my investors pia ndo we start discussing it even more, alafu tutaona. But
ya KPL hata comment. Chana niongee.
Bada unaumizwa na Liverpool, unaulizwa.
So for KPL, Josh is an ardent fan of KPL. I respect. And amecheza ball. For KPL, I normally believe ball ya Kenya tunaweza fika huko with the right systems whereby outside football. Kuna ball wasana na pitch, mafans nini, but now tukaka structures whereby someone in Kenya where Mike unatoka kwako useme unaenda kuwa na game study, not out of umekuwa coerced to go, but because you want to go. Because I came to realize in Europe wanapatanga there's someone mwenye amesupport a team like Wolves for the longest, maybe hata hawajaishinda kitu, but it is because it is their boyhood like club growing up, amejua like from their great lineage imekuwa ni Wolves. Hata umwambie nini haizi toka Wolves. So I think like Kenya tunafaa kuna that thing of whereby it's not just like to treat football in Kenya as a side show, yeah, like let us have it as careers, like yeah.
So careers, ideally build it for people who can be able to invest in it as well, and take it as an option.
Yes.
Because if we did that, Anderson would not be a pandit.
Same mngekuwa mnani discuss. Mngekuwa mnasema who boys,
So umri shaenda. Anashika salamu hapa.
Msee uone hizi mguu ni za kufikiria. Ni kunywa tu hizi manywele za mguu na kwa kufikiria.
Angekuwa roll out for the rest of the season.
Nikinywa ndevu unajua narudi 12 years.
Mifupa zinarudi.
Alafu kipara napiga kipara ingine kama Mike.
Umeona kipara wapi?
Post production tunatoa hii kofia.
Speaking of doing what, not just speaking but being it, we have a league, fantasy.
By the way, before you go to the league, there is a Mashemeji derby loading, and you guys should go to the stadium to watch these games. Wewe ulienda mwisho lini study coach tu?
Wewe ajaenda study.
Unajua study gani hapa Kenya?
Kama nenda kufanya event.
Talanta hela.
Kama nenda kufanya event.
Unajua study gani hapa Kenya? Unajua tu akina Emirates akina hapo.
No, the last time tulienda ilikuwa ile time za kina Mbala na Matasi.
When was that?
That was years ago.
Matasi hata alibaniwa.
Alibaniwa na kufuka.
Now to your point, unasema Josh, like for league yetu it's good twende, but also like you see, and I like what Radula anajaribu kufanya with the whole just study thing. Tunafaa kwa pia like you see wale watu wenye wako outside football pia ku-encourage, na si ku-encourage na mdomo, ku-encourage na actions, kufanya mtu a feel like the Wakenya wanapenda ball. Angalia Chan, like wasa kwa analazimishwa kuenda, ilikuwa out of passion ya kupenda ball. So pia tunafaa kuifanya like kukuwa na like sijui niseme kukuwa na campaign, like the whole just study thing, it was quite successful the Kenya Radul. Walifanya fiti, but sasa inafaa kuwa na like ile intentional, like wasa wajue by the game inakuja, na si ati ikuwe ni kitu ya 2 months alafu tumepull out. Ikuwa alafu unajua vitu kama vitu hiyo kina sport pesa nini coming in, trust me, the more tuna pump in do kama kwa nini yetu, hata utakuwa unahitaji kuambiwa enda study. Hiyo yenye Josh amesema Mashemeji derby inakuja, hata kwa anatukumbusha itakuwa tu like by the Mashemeji derby is coming, wasa waishie. Yeah, like the time I remember time kina Tuisenge, that time hiyo kina akina Medica Gere, that time Serenkuma. You see that time unakumbuka wase like ilikuwa like hata ungeenda tao kama Sunday saa 6 ungefeel raha sana unasema by the kuna game kali leo na sasa kwa study hivi, but it reached a point whereby tunaanza and also this goes to the government. Honestly, even if you're giving somebody like sports ministry to head, let that person akuwa na idea sports. Wezi patia mtu mwenye ni sports CS for that is the appointing authority, mtu mwenye hata ukimuuliza mali City Stadium iko anakuambia there's a stadium called City in Kenya, you know, and you're the sports CS. We cannot have like it kama hiyo, and not only football, like let's have somebody mwenye hata kama hakucheza ball but anajua like there's something football, athletics, all these sports. Uwe na ni hatem sana kusikia Harambee Stars for instance wameenda mahali then na like photos in a leak, sijui alikuwa amelala chini mahali kwa airport, sijui what was happening, you know, like surely alafu when they excel tunakuja tunawapokea airport, wanapelekwa sijui lunch nini. Let us be intentional, wakitoka hapa let us support them, wakifika huko whether win or lose, wakirudi that way itakuwa like hata mchezaji akicheza atakuwa na feel valued.
Yeah. And that is why we are saying everyone must go to the stadiums. Alafu
mimi acha tu niseme sports CS, mimi najua City Stadium just in case kama kuna kaslot ya kijana unaweza niweka. Hiyo ni opinion ya live peke yake. Mimi najua City Stadium bali
hata sisi peke yake zote hata kama mtu yote
niweka hapo ndo nikuonyeshe studies
zingine za mtaani.
Fantasy. FPL. Yes. Join in. Let's see how big you can or how good you can be when it comes to a manager. Yeah?
Kodi ya ligi ulipeana?
Kodi ya ligi iko hapa chini hioni?
Hebu ambie wasio join. Wase? Hebu mjoin.
Hapo chini hapa bana.
Ni kunoma sana bana.
Iko hapa. Iko hapa chini hapa.
Point tu vitu zako. Ndeka code huko juu.
So we will see who's the manager of the week this week.
Sijui nilikuwa na 40 ngapi? Nilikuwa 50.
Na mnafanya vizuri.
Nani ndo alishinda last game week? Alai tunajua yeye hayuko FPL.
They should join by the way.
No, he has enough heartache.
Nataka kuwa na stress
kama wewe. He has enough heartache bana. Huyu haizi.
Wewe ulipata points ngapi? Mimi nilikuwa na 49.
May God 42.
Kwa hivyo nimemshinda wewe.
I got 42.
No, we are discussing about you guys.
Wewe ulikuwa nanga. Huyu jamaa
acha tu. Najua sasa umekuwa interested sasa.
Huyu jamaa alikuwa na 30.
Nilikuwa interested.
No, we are concentrating at Emirates.
Yes.
You know?
Alikuwa na ngapi?
You're not ready for it.
20.
You're not ready. 29.
Yaani jamaa na discuss hapa vitu za Arsenal lakini FPL akili ni ya Liverpool.
Kwani hujui ball ba? The second game kina the second game kina roho mse akipata
ali captain na
si Haaland.
Mse hata Haaland.
Kwani wachezaji
No, my guys were sick. They were not playing. Like I have 3 guys who didn't play bad.
But sasa ya ituhusu. It's you as a
Injuries are making me suffer.
Kwa mimi nayo 49 yangu ni ona venye Alaya amejiweka kando na hii conversation hapo like.
Unajua the highest player kwa timu yake nani? Ni Rice na alipata 6.
I suffered bana clean sheet Arsenal bana.
Lakini
shut up.
Next game week. Lazima hapo ni wamalize.
Anyway, manager of the week you say is
WEAK.
Yes, manager of the week. Tell us what happened. It's game week 2.
Well, the boys tried.
Listen. The second game week in a row.
Yes.
Vamigango.
Atasa.
What is happening? What is happening to your style of coaching, to your style of play? You're losing every game. What's wrong? Can you just tell our
Unasema yeye na slot wako mbali.
Bana. Hata uoni kichwa. Sasa kofia uone ujamani slot. Ujamani anajifanya hapa naendo slot.
Hebu jitetee.
First of all, the boys have done very well, you know.
How?
You set up.
Hata hivyo ndo slot alikuwa post match. Hivyo tu. Hivyo ndo
The boys
aliongea.
are doing all they can. You know, we are facing opponents who are powerful as well, opponents who are good and they know what they are doing. You know, sometimes we try and bring in people, but we cannot afford them. We wanted to get Eze because it would have been easy for us if we had Eze, you know, as easy as Eze, but we could not. But we will try next game week. We still push. The boys are committed. Management is there. You know, funding is there. So we will try. We will do our best. We will do our best. You know, it's not over. It's still it's match week 12. It's match week 12.
And by the way,
let's see how next week will be, and it's going to be okay.
by the way,
Yes.
there is this team, Limuru City FC. Just though you're doing very good, but patia ukijana
Alipata
tips za
points
FPL.
ngapi? Oh, 60 something.
56 points,
Oh,
bana.
56,
It was a tough game week.
Yeye alinishinda tu na kaa 7. Ama ni ngapi? Ama hesabu
Hizo saba ndo zimefanya mtu akakuwa
Ama ni
mwisho game week mbili,
nne.
si mchezo. So
Anyway, congratulations to
tafadhali.
Justus. And you can join in the banter. Let's see how good you are as an FPL manager. Join using the link that has been shared. And let's banter together and see who are the Titans and who will be the manager of the week. The reigning champs for that one will be different next week. So we will keep an eye on that. Speaking of which, game week 13 coming up. Big matches. I will think perhaps the biggest that we're looking at is the North London derby between top of the table Arsenal and number 2 Chelsea. Will we see a repeat of what happened in the Champions League with Bayern and Arsenal? Let us see how it will go. Thoughts?
Acha watu wenye wana jezi wajibu. You save the best for last.
Uh-huh.
You want us to comment about
The game weeks that are coming as well, because we're seeing there's Brentford and Burnley. Man City will be hosting Leeds. Sunderland, Bournemouth.
pole pole ama
Eh?
tu nini tu.
No, this is tunaenda mbio mbio sasa hapa.
So
What are you looking out for, and who are the players to watch according to you?
it's game week 13. I'm seeing an interesting game week 13, and I'm seeing a silent episode 3 of the Skippers podcast. Chelsea is playing against the
league
top
leaders.
The league leaders, the best team in the world.
Okay, man. Arsenal.
Yes.
Let me give my sincere prediction. Chelsea will beat this Arsenal team 2-1 or 2-0.
Okay.
So Chelsea tafadhali. Mpigwe na timu zote lakini msipigwe na Arsenal.
Yaani ushasema watatupige tena unaanza kuwaomba. Sika uko sure mbona
No, but they
unawaomba?
watawapiga. This is a team they are really trying to understand the games that they should win. They played against who in the recently?
Barca.
Barca.
Champions League.
You can't
A 10-man Barca.
you can't mention Barcelona iti week team. Wewe ndio umetoka kusema hapa a 10 man team.
10 team man.
A 10 man team si team ya kupigwa ovyo ovyo, si ndio? So Chelsea, they understand and they approach these games. I know their approach to this Arsenal game itakuwa fiti, and they will beat this guy mbaya sana.
Sawa.
Mbili komboa ufe.
Kabisa.
Mbili komboa ufe.
Which match are you interested in? Game
Actually,
13.
definitely, match of the weekend will be Arsenal versus Chelsea. And okay, Arsenal is in great form, but derby ni derby. Derby ni derby, and with derby you can never say like directly that this team will win or lose. So I foresee either side winning by very small margins, but I foresee a red card, maybe.
No, na achana na story ya either side. You are either cold or warm.
No, with Chelsea winning midweek against Barcelona, definitely they'll face you guys wakijiamini, you know. Like so that's what I'm saying, it will be a great game. Of course, you guys kuna kibore mkono yona na ipang
No, we'll slow it down. We'll slow it down. We'll slow it down.
But
you
the way Josh is saying, I foresee a silent episode 3.
know?
Yes.
Unajua hata
Hatujui.
hata mkisema silent episodes sijui utakuwa mabubu, hata tupigwe 8-0 bado tunabaki juu ya meza. So bado mimi ndapiga kelele
Mungu wa 8-0.
Defense ya Arsenal ikiwa wapi? Defense ya Arsenal ikiwa wapi?
Kuna kitu moja mnasahau. In the last 5 matches Chelsea hawajatupiga.
Sawa.
The same way it happened kwa Man U. The last time Man U I think walipiga ilikuwa ni kama period ya COVID ama sijui nini. Na hata kama the first game kwa ligi tulibambanya but tuliwin. So this is what I'll say.
Just say, man.
Itakuwa difficult for Chelsea kutupiga. The same watu walisema Toteta tuchapa, nikaambia watu tutawachapa 3, tukapiga 4. The same way niliambiwa say Bayern tutawapiga about 3. Nilikuwa naambia mimi najua score itakuwa na 3.
So,
hii watu mbogi yangu wa mtaani they can test. Mkuje mbogi yangu wa mtaani mkuje kwa comment section nini. So acha niseme hivi. If Chelsea watu kuje na ile kierere walichezea Baka, tutawaua. We'll have a field day.
Okay, man.
Lakini wakikuwa bit conservative, wakuje na kidogo combination ya Slot na Pep, tutawahurumia. So hapo tutawachapa either 2-0 ama 2-1. Lakini juu nataka clean sheet, juu game ya Bayern iliniboja tu kupata clean sheet. So hapo naona ka 2-0. Lakini wakiamua tuwafungulie gate hivi, hata nne watakula. Okay. So sisi sasa hizi hatutambui kama mko nyumbani ama nini. Stamford hiyo bridge tutaruka.
You know, another thing people are not realizing na wanasahau is players wanapona. Odegaard is back.
Odegaard.
Martinelli is back.
Martinelli.
Kwanza Madueke atawafunga.
Madueke.
Noni will
no nonsense Madueke.
Tupatie prediction yako ya game.
Mimi nakwambia Arsenal will do damage.
Massacre.
Damage. Na Noni atakuwa na hat-trick kama Eze vile alikuwa na.
Kwanza Noni anafaa afunge Stamford.
Yes.
You remember who Noni akisainiwa na Arteta? This Noni guy. He faced a lot of criticism. Unakumbuka?
No, personally I had no issue with Noni.
Hiyo ni kwamba bogi ya England.
Bana. Hiyo ni England. Hao wana issue bana. Sisi hatuna shida na Noni.
Sisi tulikuwa very happy.
We actually very happy with Noni. Kwanza nasikia wameanza prayer club, wanaomba na kina Eze.
Kwanza unaona
Timba.
Post match Noni alisema kitu ya kwanza.
My Lord and Savior.
My Lord.
Jesus Christ.
I guess hapo ndo shida ya Liverpool. Post match jesikia mtu akisema I thank, ama hata Salah akisema I thank Allah, inakonga tu it was a good match the boys. Then Mungu anaona anasema nawapea win mnanidharau. Forest
nawapea kikombe sio win.
So nimeanza kuomba sasa.
Unaona venye Timba alipona zaidi. Tumekuwa tukiomba, unaona Mungu anatupea saizi. Unaona venye ni nani Job kwa Bible aliteswa kidogo. So Mungu ameona tumekuwa patient. Tangu hebu imagine the last time tulibeba kikombe. Sikuwa na ndevu.
Tunashinda ligi.
Tunashinda.
Ligi ni yetu.
Kwani nani mwingine anashinda?
So my prediction
Arsenal pamoja.
Arsenal damage.
Ako kapatika katwe.
Yes.
We will do damage. Alafu tutaenda kesha. Na kina Noni, na kina Eze, na kina Saka.
Pastor Timba hapo.
Alafu tutasema hivi.
See, kuna mtu aliambianga watu Arsenal, it is the hope that kills.
Kama tulikuwa ni ya kukill tulishakufa tukawa. Sasa hizi we are the living dead.
So Arsenal
you are dead. We are immediate former champions.
Achana na immediate. We are the champions.
We
are the champions.
So, mnafahamu kuja lesson on how to handle these things. Hatuna hii kiburi mnakuaga na.
Ningejua nyinyi ni champions but sijaona jezi yenu yenye imeandikwa champion. So I have no idea that you guys are champions. But Arsenal will do, that will be an amazing match. Wacha tuingoje the final match of the game week, itakuwa poa. I am also looking forward to Man U and Crystal Palace because I know Crystal Palace will punish Man U vizuri sana, and I am also looking forward for West Ham to do harm against Liverpool.
Tricky but I foresee hapo Liverpool win, but unajua this day and age
you cannot be sure bana.
Liverpool
mimi Liverpool ya slot.
Later you are sure with them.
But also it has reached a point whereby somehow like I want us to lose.
The slot ended.
Like I want us to lose. But I never want to because okay, already there are talks of Alonso is also unsettled in Real. Yeah. And there are talks that maybe now, because remember we wanted him first, So there are talks that maybe he might be coming over to Anfield. Maybe.
Now kufanya copy paste ya Arsenal, let's bring a former player. And then we see if they can do something.
This former player mess all those years. Signed ameanza win games.
Do you know, unlike your manager, Arteta has built Arsenal from the ground up.
Arteta ashukuru sana hiyo management ya Arsenal.
Actually, Klopp did the same.
No, we're not talking about Klopp. We're talking about Slot.
Yeah, exactly. But also Klopp did the same, and ameshinda. Nime kombe gani Klopp hajashinda?
Ameshinda kombe zote, lakini in my own opinion.
Nini Arteta ameshinda? How many years Arteta akasana, like how many years?
Into the 7th season.
Yeah.
7th season.
Like 5 years.
Ni ka the 7th season yake.
Kwa 7 seasons ameshinda nini?
Ameshinda FA na Community Shield 2.
Na Community Shield 2.
Guys.
Haya, Klopp Klopp ameka nini miaka ngapi? Alikuwa miaka ngapi?
Shinda vikombe za
Kinde, si ndio?
Vikombe za uji.
So alibeba EPL moja, akabeba FA, akabeba Carabao, akabeba UEFA, akabeba UEFA Super Cup na Club World Cup. Si ndio?
Europa.
Gani akubeba club ama ni UEFA ama
beba cha takataka zote.
Si ndio? So ideally hiyo record yake. If hii season Arteta anabeba kila kitu, unajua ana equal record ya Klopp. Na anapita na vikombe.
Kwani macheza peke yenu? Anabeba kila kitu. How?
Considering the inconsistencies of the other teams, it's like yes, we are.
So you like
ideally Arteta kona kama miaka 2 zingine ndo afikishe miaka zenye Klopp alifikisha akiwa Liverpool.
In assessment this season ni which cup mnaona mtashinda?
Sioni kapa tutashinda. In my assessment.
Tutabeba zote. Hiyo depth.
Kwanza tunaanza na Carabao.
I hope is part zako lakini
tunaanza na Carabao. Tukienda FA
tunabeba kila kitu.
Tukienda ligi, kwanza ligi unajua tunabeba asubuhi na mapema.
Mnaanza mtafanyia God of Honor.
Unaona tukisha season mnatupigia God of Honor hapa kwa show.
Hata show kabla tuanze show God of Honor.
Kwa nini na kama mtashinda tutawapea
mbona? Alafu champe. After tunakaa tu. Yaani mtakuwa hata sijui tutakuwa nafanya show kwa next one.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is how we bring the show to a conclusion. Game week 12 has been amazing. Game week 13, we will continue seeing the amazing Arsenal. Continue to dominate as Liverpool try to find their footing.
Mtafuta fana Man U hapa pia.
Thank you Jesus.
My last words. We will never walk alone. Support us when we lose.
Unaambia kina nani
sisi ama? Support us when we win.
Ama naambia watu wa
kama Liverpool. This is Anfield.
Hapa si Anfield.
No, we support
Slot podcast. Hapa ni
Slot all the way, by the way. Slot in. Kuna
coaches wawili nataka wekwe ulinzi mkuu. Amorim na Slot.
Yes.
Ulinzi mkuu.
We support you guys. We are behind you. We support you.
So if you are a Liverpool, najua tuko wachache. If you are a Liverpool fan, support us when we lose and support us when we win.
I support Slot when you lose, by the way. I have never pulled my support.
Don't criticize anybody at this particular person now.
Ambia ule jamaa pendi Salada ni mtu wa Liverpool. Na Van Dijk.
Kuna watu wa kuchukia bana. Salah Van Dijk.
Okay, tunaona ngine.
Unaona chaza kuanguka.
Catch us on the next one, the Skippers Pod, wherever you're watching us from, YouTube as well as Spotify. And will you learn anything? Probably not. But at least you'll have a chance to laugh at Liverpool fans.
Also remind them to join the league. The code is
the code is here. If it is not here right now, it's still it's moving.
Kitu niko sure.
It's making its way.
Kitu niko sure. Next podcast iko fia. Utaiva vizuri.
Wewe maliza podcast.
Skippers Board, we are out.
Come on. Maliza podcast.